And it's funny, stoichiometry, which is the process of balancing chemical equations, was actually my favorite part of chemistry. And what I find really interesting about that is it's basically the chemistry equivalent of debits and credits.
Welcome to CPA Career Path channel. A lot of people wonder if they should be a CPA or not, or even a lot of CPAs want to share with you how amazing this CPA career is. That's why I start a series of interviewing people who have a lot of CPA experience to share their CPA stories. These CPA stories are very inspiring, and you never know. These stories could change your life, or it could change someone else's life. Let's welcome our first guest today, Erin Roche. She is a CPA, CGMA, tax planning and business strategy expert. She has about 18 years of experience in both private and public accounting. Currently, she's a shareholder at Elliott CPA Group Inc.
My name is Erin Roche. I am a CPA in Santa Rosa, California. I was born and raised here, so I've really enjoyed having a career in my hometown. I've worked both in public accounting as well as in business and industry for local companies. And I am currently an active volunteer with both Cal CPA and AI CPA.
Why did you choose the accounting career?
When I first started in college, I had an idea in my head that I was going to be a science major because that was really what I had enjoyed while I was in school. I loved math, I loved science. Chemistry was actually one of my most favorite subjects in high school. And it's funny, stoichiometry, which is the process of balancing chemical equations, was actually my favorite part of chemistry. And what I find really interesting about that is it's basically the chemistry equivalent of debits and credits. So I think somewhere in the back of my mind, I was always destined to be in accounting. It just took me a little while to realize that in a science career, I would likely be in a research capacity where I was going to be seeing the same people and working on the same problems for an extended period of time. And I really like being with a variety of people. So when the CPA career path was put in front of me as an option, not only was it going to take me less time to get through school and get to a point where I could be, moving forward with my career, I also was going to be in an environment where I could be social and see people and have an impact on other people's lives rather than kind of being hidden away somewhere.
When you changed from a science major to accounting major, did you know that you wanted to be a CPA at that moment?
When I first officially switched from a science major to an accounting major, I definitely wanted my CPA license. I did a lot of research online, kind of tried to figure out, okay, well, what exactly is a CPA? What does it get you? What do you have to do to get the license? And I saw how the opportunities for someone who was licensed versus someone who had maybe the same education and perhaps even the same experience were just so much more prevalent than not having your license. So I definitely was always on the path of wanting to get my license. I did have some, life events come up that definitely made the licensing process less than straightforward. And it took a little bit of effort, but I think it was 100% worth pursuing the licensure and not just stopping at my accounting degree.
People always say that accounting is boring.
Well, I don't think that accounting is boring. I think that you have to just be aware of not just like, okay, I'm doing a journal entry right now, because you're right, like doing a journal entry is not particularly exciting stuff. But looking beyond the mechanics of what you're doing in the moment and what kind of impact that's having, not just on, that chart of accounts, but what is the business owner doing with that information? How is it helping them make decisions for themselves, their employees, their families, and how is that impacting the greater community? And that's the part that I really like. And I think that there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from having that impact on the broader environment.
What are great things about the CPA career?
Oh, I think there's so many great things about my CPA career. It's hard to choose just one best aspect. I definitely think that the community impact that I have, the ability to help people achieve their goals by helping them understand more about their businesses, is a huge part of what I really enjoy about my career. I also really value the connections that I've made with other CPAs who are doing similar things. I have a couple of great groups that I'm part of that allow me to bounce ideas off of each other and really, up our games individually. And again, just another place where we can have impact and help other professionals grow. It's not just our clients, but it's our colleagues as well.
What are not so great things about the CPA career?
Oh, I think the worst thing about a CPA is getting stuck believing what you've heard about the career and how it has been historically. So it's really easy to buy into it's a dread, like you really have to work crazy hours and you never get to be with your family and it's boring. Like it's easy to buy into that belief. And it just takes a mindset shift to really overcome that. And there are so many other opportunities. So making sure that you're keeping an open mind and keeping your eye on the bigger picture instead of focusing on some of those, less fantastic things about the CPA career is a really big part of, making it satisfying for yourself long term.